quick. I mean, it is wild how fast it is. Just raw, unadulterated torque. I want this to go now, and it just goes. I was looking around like, how do I get more power out of this without like breaking the bank? And I stumbled across it, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do for sure. And I called Kraftwerks, and they were kind of aligned with what I wanted to do. And I've always loved, you know, like supercharged big blocks. That's a bucket list build of mine. And so this is like, you know, on my way to my supercharged big block UTV. It's not a big block yet, but we'll get there. I really got into racing when I was in college. So I went to Oregon State, studying engineering there. And there's this collegiate design group called like Baja SAE. And it's basically a group of engineering students that design and build and compete like a single seat little race car. And so this so it's single seat, and it's got usually clutches like these. And so it was a really natural transition for me to go to UTVs, because I had spent 5 years designing or helping design and build these cars from the ground up. Like, we were doing our own chassis, we were doing FEA on chassis, we were designing our own CVTs, our own gearboxes, hubs, uprights, the entire thing, you know, only a handful of purchased parts. And so that bug got me pretty hard in college. And so I always kind of knew I was an off-road guy, but when I started designing and building cars, that's when I went probably off the deep end. What I love about the supercharged system is just absolute torque out of the hole. It's so fun. It's quick. This car's on 35s, and it's geared down just a little bit, but it's ridiculous how quick it just gets up and goes. Like, I'm still learning how to drive the car. Without a turbo, I could kind of just like put your foot down and drive with your steering wheel. And this one, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm on the limits of traction and control. Like, I actually need to use both pedals. So I'm still learning. I've only raced on 35s and the Charger once in Oklahoma, and I did okay, but I was still learning how to drive the car. So I'm interested to come out to Hammers and see more of its potential. I called Kraftwerks after Hammers last year, and I said, I need more power to get out of the hole and get up to speed quicker, because at the end of the day, I could get up to speed, but I was missing those seconds every single time. So that's the goal for this year, is a top 10. I mean, competition is huge. The factory teams out here are super impressive, investing heavily. So I take a little bit of pride that I'm a privateer, kind of doing it all myself. You know, one car, I don't have a pre-runner. My next race after this is a Utah race in April. So not much of a turnaround, but you got to get your car fixed and back together for April. And then again, turn it around in like a month, and we're going to San Felipe. We're doing a point-to-point Mexicali to San Felipe race. It's a really, really fun series. That's kind of why I do it.
That's good.
Like, big props to Jason. Like, I've texted him at night being like, dude, I really need help. And he'll answer and like be super helpful. So props to him for sure. Just San Diego.
Okay.
Sage Alternatives.
You built it?
Yeah,
Nice.
most of it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Kraftwerks!